What's up, you guys? Welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. I hope that you click that link down below to subscribe and join our little fam here. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial, one that a lot of you requested. If you saw my Ulta haul, I'll put a little card for it somewhere in the screen. If you saw my most recent Ulta haul from last week, then you would have seen this look already, and a lot of you guys in the comments were like, yo, if you care about us, you will do a makeup tutorial on that. So that's what I'm here doing today. It is using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Palette. This palette is literally life-changing. Like, I am so obsessed with this thing. It's just an incredible palette. I'm obviously using these two shades down here, the greens. They are absolutely gorgeous. I am obsessed with green eyeshadow. I always have since the beginning of my makeup life. I've always loved green eyeshadows, and it's surprisingly one of like the least selling eyeshadow colors on the market. They told me when I was doing product development because I always wanted to develop green shadows and they never let me. Except for that one time when they did, and I came up with this beautiful green goddess. I love this palette so much, you guys. Like, if you haven't picked this up, you absolutely need it. I never thought I would say that about another palette in my life because I'm so, like, the market is so saturated with eyeshadow palettes that I really didn't think I could be impressed by any others. But this one has knocked my socks off. Like, that is the corniest saying of all time. But this palette is incredible, you guys. Like, you need it, you need it, you need it. And it's like super affordable. But yeah, I'm not gonna ramble on too much longer. Just know that this palette is a must in your life and that this eyeshadow look is actually a lot simpler than it looks. Like, it looks a lot fancier than it is. Well, no, it is fancy, but it literally only takes 4 eyeshadows and like 4 brushes. It's really simple. So yeah, without any further ado, let's just get into the tutorial. I'm just realizing now how insane I look. Wow. But yeah, guys, I'm zoomed in a little so that we can start on the eyes. We're going to be using this and only this, the only thing you need in life, the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. But yeah, we're going to get on with this green look that you all requested because I personally loved it and I would love to show you. So I'm glad that you guys are waiting for it. So we're going to go into this shade here. It's like a mustardy brown color. It's called Pukey, rightfully named. I'm going to take that on an E40 brush. I've already primed my lids and all that jazz, done my brows. We're just going to buff this right above the crease. You're going to blow it out as much as possible because this is basically the only transition color we're going to do. It's a little bit darker than the normal transition color I would use, but because we're using those darker greens, it's going to make it really nice. So you're just going to do a combination of windshield wiper and circular motions all across the eye from inner corner to outer corner in the crease. Just with this big fluffy brush, it's going to blow it out really nicely. Then I'm going to go in with this beautiful like dark forest green shade. It's called Enchanted. I'm going to take it on this, like, this is from Kylie Cosmetics, but it's basically like an E25 brush. I'm going to pop that right on the outer corner and then also start blending it in the crease, but keep it low on the outer corner and then start bringing it up while you're blending. And you can also drag it in to the crease, not all the way to the inner corner. Focus most of the color back here and then just blend it forward so it gives you like a nice transition. It is gonna look a little bit crazy at first until, I mean, honestly, this look is gonna look crazy until we have it all complete, but then it's gonna look gorgeous as you guys saw in that haul. This eyeshadow formula, oh my God, like this is the most richly pigmented, beautifully blendable matte shadow like in the world. Like, that color is what my dreams are made of. And then you keep that E40 brush on hand because these colors, like that brown and that green, are so drastically different. You're gonna wanna blend them together with this brush just so it has a nice soft gradient effect and it's not too harsh and you don't see any like choppy lines or anything like that. Luckily, these shadows are super duper blendable, so it's gonna make your life so much easier. And then you can go ahead and keep building that outer corner until it's a really nice dark green color. That's really gonna give you a nice smoky effect. And then it like fades into this lighter green when it gets towards the center of the crease. And that's what's gonna give you that nice smoky look. So just keep both brushes on hand and just keep switching back and forth. And don't worry about the green getting on the lid at all because we're gonna go ahead and clean that up with concealer before we put on the lid shade anyway, just to kind of cut the crease. So just keep blending. Make sure you're just focusing on your blending technique and not so much like staying in the lines. Now I'm gonna just take a little bit of concealer. This is my Tarte Shape Tape. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get it on a concealer brush. And we're gonna use this to clean up the lid and kind of cut the crease. So you're basically just gonna start right in this inner corner and trace the line of your crease just like that. And fill in all of that space with the concealer. so that when we go in with the lid shade, it's really nice and crisp and like true to color. And you don't have to go all the way to the outer corner with this. You can end it kind of like here. And we're just gonna blend those two colors together once they're both on there. But really focus on getting this crisp line right in your crease. And while this is still wet, I'm gonna do one eye at a time. I'm gonna take a flat shader brush and this shade here called Diva. It's this gorgeous shimmery like seafoam green. It is so beautiful. And you're just gonna pack this right on top of it. You can swipe when you get up to this crease part, swipe it back and forth, but you're just gonna pack this beautiful shimmery color all over the lid. And it is so beautiful. This is literally like the eyeshadow of my dreams. You can even wet this and foil it some more, but seriously, it's so pigmented and so foily that you don't need to. But if you're feeling a little extra, you could totally do that. Okay, so now obviously that looks super choppy in between there, but we're gonna do the other lid the same way, and then we'll go back in to blend it all together. Okay, then all you have to do is literally go back in with that blending brush you had and go back into the matte green shade. Right where that choppy edge is, you're just gonna place it right there and kind of pat down and start blending it together. And that's it. Just keep blending it until it's like a nice transition instead of like choppiness. It looks a lot more complicated than it is this eye look. Then with this exact blend brush, the number E32 from Sigma, I'm gonna go into this shade called Beam, and we're gonna put this right on our brow bone. And this is just gonna bring some light and highlight your brow. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and do some eyeliner. I'm gonna tightline with my NARS Via Veneto eyeliner, and then I'm gonna do a wing with the NYC liquid liner in black that I think might be discontinued now, but just use your favorite liquid liner. That one's my favorite, but the Sigma one is really nice. I think NYX has a matte one, a matte liquid liner that's also really good. I'm very sad that they discontinued it, but what are you gonna do? So I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a wing. Okay guys, now I'm gonna go ahead and put on mascara and lashes. These lashes I found on Amazon and they're actually freaking gorgeous. So I'm gonna link them down below along with all of the other products I'm using. But yo, these are the come up for real. Like I love these lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some mascara and then put these babies on. Okay you guys, lashes are on. Now we're gonna move on to the face. I already primed before I did my brows and everything with the Fenty Beauty, what is this thing called? Soft Matte Pro Filter Primer. I've actually been really liking this lately. Oh shit, I forgot to wet my beauty blender. BRB. Okay guys, now I'm gonna go in with a mixture of the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and this Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. I've been really liking this combo. I mostly have to mix it because this one is too dark for me, but I'll do like 1.5 pumps of this and then 1.5 pumps of this, and it really gives you a really nice finish. I dig it. So I'm gonna mix this up and put it on my face. It's really nice and full coverage, and also just makes you look so nice and like airbrushed and flawless. I love it. And it's not too drying, it's not too matte, but it doesn't make you oily at all. It's just a really good combo. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and conceal with my Shape Tape in Light. Finally got a refill, as you guys saw in that Ulta haul. Cannot be happier about it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and set that concealer with my Sasha translucent powder, which is almost out, but whenever I can't get enough out, I just sprinkle some of the RCMA no color powder in it and it's fine, so we're good. I don't know why I keep going out of focus. I look like a ghost. And then I'm just gonna set the rest of my face with the Sephora Micro Smooth baked powder as usual. Now I'm gonna go in with my Golden Light bronzer from Bobbi Brown as usual. I can't put this bronzer down, so I'm gonna take this Eco Tools. It's their precision powder brush, and I think it is the best bronzing brush ever. Not ever, but it's one of my faves. It just blends everything out so nicely. Then for blush, I'm gonna go in with Copper Tone from MAC. It's nice and orangey, and I always like to use kind of more orangey blushes when I do green eye looks. I just feel like it complements it really well to do like a nice warm cheek. I just always really like the way it looks. And then for highlight, I'm gonna go in with Master Chrome from Maybelline in Molten Gold. This is so pretty, you guys. Ooh. That's beautiful. Look at that glow. Okay, and then for the lower lash line, just to finish that up, I'm gonna go in with 2 colors. The first one's gonna go on this small Luxie brush. It's gonna be that pukey color that we used in the crease, the brown. And we're just gonna buff this pretty far down on the lower lash line, like really, really blow it out. And then I'm gonna go into the Enchanted color, the dark matte green, on this small smudger brush, and we're just gonna press this into the lower lashes. I also forgot I wanted to put a little bit of black eyeliner on my waterline. And to keep that there, I'm gonna press more of that Enchanted shade right on top of it. It's gonna give it like a little bit of a green tint and also lock that liner in place so it doesn't like smudge or get gross. And then you can go back into that small buffer brush that we use the pukey color on, and you can just blend it all together and it'll give you a really nice smoke. And then I'm gonna go back into Beam, that color we used on our brow bone, and we're just gonna pop this in the inner corner. I put kind of a lot of it because I feel like it brings a lot of really pretty light to this inner corner. It gives you kind of like a glitter effect. I love it. And this Beam shade is like beaming, like so pretty. Look at that. It just brings so much light to this inner corner and makes it like brighten your whole face up. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and pop some mascara on my lower lashes. And then for lips, I'm gonna start off with this NYX lip liner in Need Me. And I'm just gonna line my lips. And then I think I'm actually just gonna do a gloss on top of that. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in Tiramisu, a good classic. This is like one of my all-time favorite glosses. It's just the perfect like pinky nude, and it feels wonderful on the lips. Okay, then just to set everything in place as usual, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray and just spritz like hell. Okay, you guys, this is the final look. I'm living for this ultra metallic green. Like, I don't know if, like, literally my favorite eye looks to do since the beginning of time have always been like looks like this, like dark green smoky eyes. I don't know why. I think it's because I wore a dark green smoky eye to my 8th grade prom. Literally went to the Lancome counter and the first 2 eyeshadows I ever owned was a shimmery light green and a shimmery dark green. And ever since then, I've been obsessed with green eyeshadow. I feel like it brings out brown eyes so well. I love it. It's one of my favorite looks to do. And this Jaclyn Hill palette literally changed the game for all green eyeshadow for me. So thank you, Jaclyn. Thank you, Morphe. You did a wonderful job with this palette. I'm so impressed by it, so thank you. But as always, make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's right down below. It takes literally 2 seconds and it'll help me out immensely. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember that I upload Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9 p.m. So I will see you guys again on Saturday.